can't stand a man that has himself together. They can't stand it. They will always find a problem with you, and they'll also always find a reason to be watching you, keeping an eye on you, maintaining some type of surveillance. Um, they really don't like how you move, in the sense that you're bringing awareness to other men about making sure they don't fall for the shenanigans that these kind of females like to play. And they will do whatever it takes to discredit you, to start smear campaigns. Um, they just don't like the fact that you're confident in yourself and you know who you are. And a lot of the way society is run, the powers that be, they never want us to know who we are, our true power, how the world really works, all this kind of good stuff. They never want us to know. So these women are operating in the same type of energy. You know what I'm saying? They're operating in the exact same type of energy. They don't want you to know, the power you have over them, the power of your voice, the power, of your physical presence, your aura, your leadership style. They're always watching you and studying you and taking notes from you. You would be surprised at the level of content creator that watches me, female-wise, males too, but who cares? The females that watch, taking notes, updating their information. You would be surprised. I know who they are, right? But you'd be surprised. You'd be like, there's no way that woman would. Yes, that woman, that female content creator that seems like she don't listen to men at all, yes, she's taking notes, cliff notes from whatever I'm saying, right? You can't be fooled by them. I can always tell my words on someone else's lips because they're my words. Now, see, if I was regurgitating information I heard from other people, it wouldn't matter. But when I hear my words on your lips and you're speaking the way that I speak, it's easy for me to be able to tell. And a lot of times it's women that I probably wouldn't have expected, which goes to show me that pretty much all women are watching men and studying men and getting guidance, but they can get it for free now with the internet. They don't need to have a man to get the man's guidance, to know how men think. They can just get online, watch certain men, and they really think that they're getting a leg up when they do this. However, the fact that they don't have a ring on their finger and a man on their arm goes to show that it's not really working out for them, but they're not going to stop doing this. Now, this is not just covert female narcissists doing this, right? These are modern women and women in general. Women in general are taking on narcissistic tendencies. It's not that they're taking on all of them and they're full on narcissistic, but I think you have to be like under like nine traits or 9 narcissistic personality traits that makes you a full out narcissist or whatever. I don't know what it is for borderline personality disorder, but most of these women only have a few things that's narcissistic, like the tendency to stalk without letting your presence be known. Like that's like narcissistic. And a lot of women will wordplay and will take bits and pieces from other conversations that they heard online out of context just to escape accountability and responsibility. So, most women do this stuff on a regular basis without even thinking about it. And these are narcissistic type of tendencies, right? It depends on how much they're leaning into them, how many other tendencies they have along with that. Because when you see a lot of people online talking about narcissists nowadays, they're most of the time talking about people, if you listen to them, that seem like they're minding their own business. You ever notice it? It seems like a lot of these people that talk about narcissists are always talking about somebody that's avoiding them or don't want to deal with. That's not a narcissist. So they've taken that word and they're making it a derogatory term against men. And if you ask a woman what a narcissist is, she probably couldn't even tell you. You know what I'm saying? They just use stuff. They just say stuff. And when you're confident, it allows them to automatically try to peg you as narcissistic or conceited or this, that, and the third, because A lot of people don't know what true confidence looks like because they want you to be humble to other humans. And when I say humble, I mean they want you to do the social norms that other humans do to make other humans comfortable. And you don't do that. You don't care. They don't do nothing to make you comfortable. As a matter of fact, they use the social norms against you. That's the main way how narcissists work. They can't stand that you can see the social construct and the different social structures, and you pick and choose which ones you want to participate in, and most of them you don't. Because what a narcissist does, they know, the social constructs inside and out, and they know how to gaslight and manipulate to make you look crazy to other people and to turn other people on you. But when you're the kind of person who doesn't care what others think, which is the main way this current society is set up, to care about what everybody else thinks. So when you're like, nah, I don't care. I don't care how much power you think you have on the internet. You're not standing in that power in front of me, in my presence. Therefore, you are not what you think you are. You're an internet thug. You're an internet king and queen. You got the internet on lock or whatever, but that shit ain't real. All right? It ain't real. So when you try to take your internet clout and apply it to my real world life, it doesn't apply very well because I'm the king in this bitch. Okay? Your clout means nothing in my reality. I'm the king over here. Don't care what you say. Don't care what whenever you're going around trying to find ways to gaslight and project on the people using the social norms and the way this common society is set up right now, you're not going to use the societal structure against me. You're not going to use social norms against me. When I hear babblers online trying to project and classify people as this and that and the third, I'm listening to what they say and I'm like, yeah, you're just projecting onto some archetype. You don't really have any straight up proof about anything. And that's the best part about nowadays. No one's asking for proof. Hell, some people can get online and run their mouth like they're the toughest thing ever and don't even show their face. Don't even show their face. Big thugging it. And don't even show their face. They be saying mad stuff in their man, they be saying the craziest stuff. They be talking like, man, they about to run up on anybody. I'm like, you won't even show your face. You won't even show your face. That's how you know that they're full of S. They won't even show their face. Hey, what's going on, big dog? What's going on? These type of women always want to be in control with no accountability at all. And when you call them out, they flip it on you as if you are control. Exactly, brother. Now, what that's called control. They don't want you to even have an opinion. These women running around here, I'm glad you brought that up, reminded me. Segue right into them trying to ban MGTOW. These women out here are trying to find a way to get Big Daddy to get behind them, Big Daddy being the government, and start some legislation to shut men up who are out here just telling men don't be bothered with the system, because marriage is a system, okay? It's a system. I'm not going down there with a weird-ass neighbor that'll start his machines up whenever I'm out here on a live stream, no matter if it's raining or not. It's a system. So the system is set up like this, right? And women don't even know that they're a part of it. The system needs our money. Now, here he goes. You're gonna run me down, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna start going somewhere else to do my live streams. Times to come out here. You guys don't know that I've been waiting for it to stop raining. So I've been out here and it's been kind of raining like this. So I've been out here. There has not been no lawnmower riding or whatever that was, neighbor drive. I'm telling you, dude, I'm more recognized than I think I am. And these neighbors are going to watch me more. And that's what I'm talking about. No one will never tell you when you got it going on. You'll just start noticing weird stuff happening around you. People popping up whenever they normally don't. Last night I was going live and two DLGAY guys come running by me, damn near holding hands, running so close to each other. I'm on a live stream. They're feet away from me. And then they turn, I'm like, man, come on, dude. Just doing too much, man. So I'm gonna have to start getting in my truck and going down the road so I can avoid these neighbors because they're trying to get on camera for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not even that big of a YouTuber or content creator, but they're constantly trying to get on camera whenever I'm out here going live. Anyway, let me get back to the subject at hand, man. Like you segued in, it throws me off because I don't want to hear that loud ass little lawnmower shit. You know what I'm saying? And every time I go live, it's that one neighbor. I know exactly where that dude is. That same weird ass neighbor that does that lawnmower shit. I was across the street at the gas station talking to a lady in line, and this dude, he patted the back of my truck. He patted the back of my truck. I'm like, oh yeah, you can get fucked up. You can get fucked up. I can tell he's on drugs, right? And because you know when they're on drugs, they move like zombies. They can't sit still. You know what I'm saying? They can't be still. When you're talking to them, they can't make eye contact. You know what I'm saying? I know people. Look, man, I've been around, man. I know when people are on coke. I know when people are on all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm in the military. They train. I know what the signs are when they're tripping off of it. And that's why I be leaving most of these people around here alone. Cause I can tell most of them are on drugs. I just leave them alone. But like they're starting to interfere with my live streams a little bit too much. Starting to get on my nerves. A little bit too much. But when you be seeing a lot of these weirdos, a lot of them are on drugs, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of them are on drugs. I can tell. You can look at them and tell like zombies. So I just let these zombies be what zombies are. But like I was saying, man, these women out here, when you start trying to hold them accountable, they'll flip the script and try to make it seem like you're trying to control someone when all they got to do is just leave the scenario and the situation altogether. They don't have to stick around. They don't have to deal with anything. But society, like I was saying, is set up to where, you know, anytime women start whining, all they do is start suppressing men's content where we're bringing awareness. And then if that don't work, because they've been suppressing us, flagging us, like I've been catching they've been flagging me for almost any word that I use to describe women other than the word woman, right? And they're flagging us left and right. See, what I call flagging and suppressing men's content, that to me is like a soft legislative act. It's not like concrete legislation being passed from Congress, but it's obvious an effort that's, you know, organized, you know, where they're going to these big ass companies and telling them you need to suppress this, that, and the third. Strategic, exactly. It's too organized to be random. It's definitely an effort to where, and you can see the CEO of YouTube is a female, like they're doing certain things, man, to where they're suppressing men that are bringing awareness while allowing all other kinds of content to be pushed to the top. All kind of crazy stuff, tarot readers, whatever is going against men. But the problem is all men are going through this. So that it don't matter if they're suppressing the content. Men are searching for it. So since that's not going to work, that's why they're going to probably move on to a hard form of legislation, legislative act, like passing a bill or something, right? Because the first soft legislative act of just suppressing us is not working because all men are going through it and collectively we're looking for information to better ourselves. So since we're searching for it, burying channels like mine ain't gonna work, right? So now they're gonna have to put out some hard legislation to stop us from doing what we're doing and go after us with some type of task force or something like that, you know, and make it seem like it's legit. But what they're gonna try to do first, they're gonna try to make it seem like we're a harm to the American people. So don't be surprised if they don't try to set something up and then have some crazy person having a what do they call those, whatever, you know, the list they have where they talk about why they're doing whatever they're doing, and they'll be talking about they're part of the red pill, or they're a Sigma, or, you know, they believe all the stuff that we're talking about. Don't be surprised if something like this don't pop up to give them grounds to start a task force, right? Look, man, I'm not going to sit here and play dumb while I watch what this country does. And the whole reason they're doing this, y'all are thinking that it's because we're the male gender. Nah, they know they need you. They need the money. You have to understand this country is about money. That's all they're about. It's not so personal as much it is about money. What do men do when they accumulate wealth? We hoard it. and we find a way to invest it into ourselves, and we're not paying taxes like that and all that good stuff. What do women do when they accumulate wealth? They put it right back into the economy, buying bullshit ass brands, going on bullshit ass trips, buying bullshit ass houses, doing whatever they got to do. Doing whatever they got to do to make themselves seem and look like they're super wealthy. That works for the economy, and it works for the government and the powers that be. When you're a guy and you're like, nah, I ain't giving you shit. I'll go and buy me a little tiny home, a little cabin, buy me a bunch of land, and I'm gonna move overseas, and I'm gonna make sure that's my main place of residence. So I'm caking and saving all kind of money around a bunch of, they don't want to hear that, man. They want you over here dealing with women that they have trained to keep your ego and self-esteem suppressed. While you're brainwashing and thinking your ultimate goal needs to be marrying a woman, why in the fuck are we thinking about marrying a woman? They should be convincing us to marry them. Why in the world as a man why do we even think about that? Why do we think about that? It used to be something back in my dad's day, you get a good woman, and that woman is going to carry your seed, and you ain't got to worry about her being passed around, and it's just that one woman, and that's your legacy, and you can feel pride in that. Not no more. Not anymore. These women are giving it out to everybody. You don't know how many guys they've given it to. More than likely, you're the fool that married her or got with her, and she's a local pass around or whatever. You have no idea. So there's no need in you trying to get married because you feel like this woman is, this little angel, and she's only been with a few to none, and they're getting with everyone. And the name of the game is to hide it best you can. Hide it from these men. Hide it best you can. Fool these motherfuckers, and then get what you need to get. And then when you get bored and you want to have a second type of life, get rid of that starter husband, take half, and take the house, and make it seem like you built wealth and you've accumulated things over the years. No, you learned how to be a manipulator and how to steal from guys using the system that's set up in your favor. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Well, you know doggone well I can't say that, homie. If I say those words, they'll end up sending someone after me. But you know who runs this country. You know who runs the corporations. We need not say their name. You know what I'm saying? You know who got all the money. We know all this stuff. I'm not a fool. You know what I mean? I know who's really, but I'm not going to, break it down and talking about which, ethnic group it is that's doing the most. I can just tell you it's not black folks. I can tell you that much. And, I don't know about that. You got to put ish on the end of it because they're not those. They are ish. You know what I'm saying? They are J-ish. They are not that. Those people are in the Bible. And those are not the same people that we're being presented right now. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. History's been all mixed up. A lot of different cultures have been assimilated by other groups that popped up out of nowhere about 6,000 years ago. So, we don't need to get into none of that kind of stuff. We know it's all jumbled up and messed up. That's why pushing for reparations and stuff like that is definitely needed to be done, but they're not going to never give it to you. Things are so mixed up right now, they could never even give that to you if they wanted to, because then they got to acknowledge the fact that they reclassified that our group of people like 14 times in this country, and they got to explain why they did it. They don't want to explain to you why they did it. You know what I'm saying? They got to give it, make you understand, like, listen, these Indians they were all killed off. More like paper genocide, more like you reclassified, but we're not going to get into all that kind of stuff, right? We already know that's going on. We already know they're taking a bunch of stuff that was here before them and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We all know that America was found. It wasn't made or created or started. There were already people here, and we already know how Christopher Columbus described those people. We know all this stuff. We know all of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Right now, though, we're trying to figure out why are these women going along with the program? But at the end of the day, as long as they ain't got to be held accountable for whatever actions they've had in the past, all the, royal rides they've been sucking on and slurping down, getting their cheeks smashed from behind in vehicles and things of that nature, cheating, as long as they ain't got to look in the mirror and be held accountable for that, they will take the side of whoever. They don't care. They'll take the side of whoever as long as they're not being held accountable. And as long as they're those type of people, they can always be used. They will always be used to suppress the ones that actually do a lot of thinking and don't go along to get along, just because the powers that be are waving a few trinkets in our face when we're all being subjugated, oppressed, and ultimately trying to reduce population. But you know, we can't do nothing about that with a group of women that don't want to listen to us, right? We can see the writing on the wall. We know what's going on, but they don't want to listen. They think it's about us trying to oppress them because, you know, the patriarchy, blah, 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 blah. Well, black men ain't set up no patriarchy. And, you know, most times the white guys that were setting it up, a lot of them doing it to make sure that their women, you know, was taken care of. And then the women end up taking over and messing, and they're doing the same thing again. And they always do it. They're always complaining about something when, you know, this country is set up mostly for them, individual, and they will still be the ones complaining the most. I don't care. That's why I don't listen to women. This is why I don't listen to women, man. This is why I don't. Why would I listen to you? You're not doing anything consistent. You're not doing anything that's going to help the overall dynamic of the human race. It's just about making sure that your feelings are taken care of. You're not being held accountable, and you can do whatever you want to do. That's all it is about. That's all you care about. That's all you care. That's why I don't want to hear anything that y'all are saying. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Can't wait till the internet goes down. And then he's going to return to their grandma. Bro, when the internet goes down, if it can stay down for more than a few days, bro, they're going to lose their mind. Because we're already working on it right now, getting tapped with Mother Nature and things of that nature. We don't really care about this. We use the internet for work. You know what I'm saying? We don't use it to build self-esteem. Women use it to build their ego and self-esteem. So when it goes down, no more ego. Cannot feed off of simps online and other women to make you feel good. You got to, you know, look at yourself and make corrections to get along with other people and the men that you like. You can't just go and be whatever and act any kind of way and then get online and everybody be like, oh, you're a queen, you're a goddess. Don't listen to nobody. It'll be done. You're going to have to listen to somebody or walk around depressed. That's all they do. That's why I don't even care anymore. They get their self-esteem built off of compliments from rainbow-haired people, from men that don't even like women, from other women, from a dog, from a cat, from a kid. They don't care where they get it from, as long as someone is stroking that ego. And they can go ahead and feel like, I am a great woman. I don't need to listen to anyone that's telling me I need to correct things or do better. And here we are. It is what it is. Anyway, y'all, it's raining too hard. I'm gonna be soaked out here. I gotta go change my clothes, man, and go wash these. I'll be back on in a little bit. I did what I could. It's gonna rain all day. I was gonna be out here at 8, but it was raining so freaking hard I couldn't even see in front of my face. You know, so we'll try it again on this nature thing. Completely stopped. Thank God it didn't just pour down in the middle of me being out here without a jacket. I mean a coat. But anyway, y'all, tap the like button. Make sure you guys are sharing the live streams and leave a comment whether you agree or you don't. You know what I mean? We're all over here just trying to figure it out and trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? So just help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely Leo energy, man. You already know. You already know the day don't start till we step in. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have that Leo energy. But anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm your brother, and I'm out.